making money while you sleep. It sounds amazing until you realize that the only true passive income is if you have like $1 million laying around you can throw into a high yield savings account to pay you 40 grand a year. Other than that, almost every way to make money requires some sort of work. But passive income is so much easier to sell because you can just do something once and then it'll pay you forever. In reality, almost everything will require maintenance and a lot of time up front. So what you want to look for is leverage, where you can put a little bit of time in and get a lot of money out. And these systems are everywhere. There's so many opportunities that have disproportionate returns for the amount of effort you have to put in. That's exactly how I built my business, Review Harvest, that does over $26,000 per month, just helping local business owners with this one simple problem. And like I always say, guys, this is simple, not easy.
Yes, definitely.
If it were easy, everybody would do it, but if you're not afraid to roll up your sleeves and put the work in, you can make it happen just like me. Just as an example, this Star Pro cleaning guy I talked to once for 15 minutes. We set up his account, and now a year later, he's paid me over $1,200. So 15 minutes of work, $1,200. It wasn't fully passive because I had to help him set it up, and I may have responded to one email from him over the year, but it had an incredible amount of leverage. I don't have a course to sell you. I don't have a $2,000 coaching program. I just want to show you the same system I've used and helped hundreds of other people use to start making money online. Actually, I want to give away all the stuff I know for free. I've got a 9-hour video after this that shows you how to do everything step by step. All I ask in return is that you like this video and drop a comment down below if it was valuable to you. And before I show you exactly how to set up these local business owners on a software so it automates the process of them getting reviews and then paying you every single month, I want to show you about Connor. Connor is somebody in my community. He's an affiliate of mine who got started about 7 months ago. And you can see that he has 23 clients now onboarding, paying him every single month, month after month, all active customers. And the unique thing about Connor is that he actually skipped out on med school. He skipped out on med school. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think it was paid for through the military or something like that. He skipped out on it to start his own business, to help local business owners get Google reviews. And now he's gotten 23 reviews. And he tells you it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort and learning. But he's actually getting these results. And the crazy thing to me is that people will go to school for 4 or 5 years, go to college, rack up some student loan debt, whatever it is, and then get out of college and struggle to find a job that pays them $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, right? But I promise you, if you stay dedicated to this for 4 years, Connor already has 23 customers. The first 5, 6, 7 months and the first 10 customers are the hardest by far, bar none. Once you get to like 20, 30, the ball really start to roll. That word of mouth will start to kick in and you'll start to grow easier. But he's only been doing it for 7 or 8 months. So let's say that he spends, instead of going to college for 5 years and potentially getting student debt or whatever it is, he's definitely going to hit 100 customers here if he sticks with it for the next 2, 3, 4 years. And on average, our clients pay us about $150 per month on average. So that's $15,000 per month, $180,000 per year without having to go to school and get a degree and do any of that stuff. And you have location freedom, time freedom. You can work wherever you want to. And the best part is, once these people are set up, since it's recurring, they pay you pretty much every single month as long as you're still getting them reviews. So it really does compound. Like for me, I know that it was really hard for me to get my first 5 or 10 customers. But once I figured out the process, once I got that ball rolling, now I've only been doing it for about 20 months and I have, I think, 250 active SaaS customers paying me. And for me, I went to school, but I haven't even been doing this for 4 or 5 years or anything like that yet. But I've acquired a couple hundred SaaS customers that pay me every single month, month over month. And there's nothing better than getting a Stripe notification from someone you haven't talked to in 6 or 7 months, paying you another $199 just to help them get Google reviews. It's one of the best feelings in the world. Our customers, how we're going to brand it as our own, the tool that allows us to do all that is HighLevel, right? So HighLevel is this marketing automation software that allows you to put your own logo on it. And then also you can get unlimited sub accounts, which basically each client will have their own account, unlimited sub accounts for $297. Right? So you can see these are all the features that are included. Obviously, we're going to mainly focus on reputation management. That's what I do. That's how I make about $26,000 per month just selling this one feature. But yeah, it's $297 per month. You normally get a 14-day free trial, but you got an extended 30-day trial with my link in bio. But if we go to HighLevel, you can see that it can get a little bit overwhelming. So it's kind of an overwhelming, stressful software if you don't know what you're looking at. And so the great thing is that this means that most business owners aren't just going to go sign up to HighLevel and set up themselves because it is stuff to set up. You see, you've got all these different features and stuff on the sidebar. The cool thing is that we're actually able to hide most of these features and simplify and distill HighLevel down into its most basic format just for reviews. And that's what we do to keep it really simple. We can put our logo up here and sell it to these local business owners to just help them get reviews. But if you're skeptical, you're probably thinking, why would a business owner pay $100, $200, $250 a month just for me to help them get Google reviews, right? Like logically, you can probably say, yeah, I get it. We're probably going to save them some time, hopefully automate the process of requesting reviews. We're also probably going to help them rank higher on Google, all that sort of stuff. But are business owners really going to receive it the way that I'm selling it right now, right? Like, are they just going to be stoked about it? And obviously, not everybody is. You're going to have to filter out through rejection after rejection. But there are plenty of business owners in the tunes of millions of business owners that want this service. So I just wanted to pull up our reviews at reviewharvest.com just to show you that that's just the truth and how happy our customers are, right? And so like Alicia said, Review Harvest makes it easy to collect and manage our customer reviews. The process is straightforward. Support team is responsible and helpful. Highly recommend. Preston said Clay and Carly are amazing. We reach out to them to get more reviews for our dog poop scooping business, and they were so patient and helpful while setting up our review page. Justin Shoemaker said very easy to use and effective. James said Clay and Carly do an amazing job. Not only did they get my new business 10 plus reviews in just a couple weeks, they are friendly and professional. Brett said stellar system. I gained over 100 reviews and it's only been a week. Thank you guys. Amazing work. And so you can see these business owners are stoked. They're really excited to work with Review Harvest for us to take something off their plate, to save them hours every week, help more customers find them. And at the end of the day, these reviews to these business owners feel like an ego boost, right? All day they work on their business and they try and improve and they serve these customers. And very rarely do they hear all the positive feedback that their customers have to say about them. And so what we're able to do at Review Harvest, what you might be able to do with your own business is just help these business owners feel recognized. So how do we actually set these business owners up to help them get reviews and automate the entire process, right? Well, that's obviously where HighLevel comes in. So if you want to, feel free to sign up my link down below in the description to get an extended trial, all my goodies, all my coaching totally for free. But once you do have your account, what you're going to want to do is you want to go to sub accounts and you want to create a sub account. Right? So you're going to create an account and I will give you my snapshot, the exact snapshot I use that has all the email templates, the text templates, the automations, all built out automatically. And so here you'll just import my snapshot, you'll select the snapshot, and now you can go look for your client. You can search them up on Google and see if you can find them, or you can just add all their information in here manually and then click on add sub account. It's important to note this is not creating them as a user. This is not going to notify them. This is simply just adding a sub account into your HighLevel account. And it's important to know that HighLevel's got kind of two views. It's got the agency view where you can see all your stuff on the agency level. You can see all your clients from like a 10,000 foot perspective. And then also you have the sub account view. You can go into a sub account and look at an individual client. What you're going to want to do is you want to get them on some sort of onboarding call. This can be on the sales call as well. You can meet with them at a coffee shop. You can do the calls together where you kind of say, hey, this is what we're doing. And then you can just walk them through the setup process. But the first step is going to be go to settings and to add their information as a user. So you go to my staff, you add them as a user, and then they'll be able to log in and get onto their computer. And once they're logged in on their computer, the first thing you're going to get them to do is click on Launchpad, and you're going to get them to connect their Google Business profile. This is going to allow us to get the Google review link. This is going to allow us to respond to the reviews. This is going to allow us to pull all the reviews in for review widgets and stuff like that. The second thing we want to do is we want to grab all their previous contacts. So we're going to grab all their previous contacts, and then we also want to integrate whatever system they use to pull their new contacts in, right? And so to add their previous contacts, this gets a little bit tricky because it's different every time. But you're going to want to go to their booking system, their CRM, and export all their contacts as a CSV file. We need their name, email, and phone number, and then you can just import contacts right here. It's really simple. You just import the CSV file, you map the fields, and now all those contacts are uploaded. From there, what you're going to want to do on the onboarding call is you're going to go to marketing, and you're going to want to get them to connect their social media accounts. So this is going to allow you to automatically post 5-star reviews on their social media account with their photos, their logo, their branding, all that sort of stuff. So now we're also creating social media content for them, not just capturing these reviews. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, that's kind of the onboarding call. Those are the big main things you need. The last thing you'll need on that onboarding call is to try and create some sort of CRM integration. So where all their customers lived, we want to integrate with that. One way that makes it really easy, if the business owner does use like QuickBooks or something, you can go to integrations here and you can choose QuickBooks Connect here, and you can just connect QuickBooks or Wave or Stripe or something like this. And that way, anytime they're getting a new customer in there, it's going to add the contact into their HighLevel sub account automatically. And if you aren't able to do it natively just through one of these native integrations, what you'll have to do is use Zapier. I have a video on my channel. Just look up Zapier or look up how to integrate HighLevel with any CRM, how to do a CRM integration with HighLevel. You can find plenty of videos. That's a very important part, so that you can not only just get them a bunch of reviews from their previous customers, but you can also automate the process of requesting reviews from all their new customers. And that's what's going to keep them paying you for a long time. Once you've got them off the onboarding call, what you want to do is you want to go to settings. You want to make sure you turn on Reviews AI. So you make sure you turn on Reviews AI where you're automatically responding. You can also, nowadays, you can like change the tone so you can be empathetic, solution oriented, stuff like that. You want to make sure you turn that on. You want to make sure you go to widgets and you customize this widget. So basically, once they connect their Google Business Profile, it's going to give you these little review widgets they can embed on their website to display all their reviews. And so that way, anybody that's on their site can see all the social proof they have. So now, once again, this is just making our service more and more sticky. Now we've got something on their site that is to us. They know if they stop paying us, they're going to lose that. And then one of the main things you need to do is you need to go to settings. You need to go to custom values, and then you need to set all the custom values. So these custom values aren't in HighLevel by default. They're actually in my snapshot. So you'll need my snapshot to have all these custom values and have all the automations built out already for you. What I created these custom values to be is they're the brains of the sub account. When I was onboarding, 5, 10, 15 people a week, I don't have to go and change the automations every time somebody wanted to change something or there was some variance. So these custom values right here are the brains of the operation. They control how many follow-ups we send. They control what review link we send out. They control the logo we send out on the emails. They control all that sort of stuff. So all you have to do is come in here to these 10 custom values and set them. And the cool thing is I even have built-in notifications, because if the CRM integration isn't working and we're not sending out review requests or they're not adding contacts like they said they would, then it's really important that we're notified, because if they're not adding contacts, we're not getting them reviews and they're going to churn. So you can even set a notification setting in here where that if they're not sending out a certain number of review requests every 14 days, we get notified and we can come in and we can figure out why that's happening. So once you have all these set, literally all it is you see all the automations already built out for you. So we go to review workflows. All the automations already built out for you. You don't have to really touch much in here at all. I can kind of explain how it is. We got the SMS sending out, we got the email, we've got kind of the checks and balances if they've already left a review. That's all built in already, right? I'm tracking all that in the snapshot, so you don't have to worry about building that out. But all you do is you just add all the previous customers to that workflow, and that's when you start the review reactivation. We get them a whole bunch of reviews up front. So that's kind of like how you actually get them results. I've got way more videos on my channel going in way more in depth on this. I've got a 9-hour video on how to set up all this stuff, but that's how you get them reviews. When it comes to actually getting these customers, this probably is the trickiest part. It is totally doable, and I've actually now acquired over 300 customers in the past couple of years of me doing this. But it is tricky, and this is the reason most people quit, because they're not willing to do the volume and they're not willing to do the work required, right? A lot of the tech issues, a lot of the technical setup stuff, you can figure that stuff out. It takes time, but once you got it, you got it. When it comes to the marketing and the sales, it can be a little bit trickier to feel like you got it, right? It can feel a little bit trickier to consistently produce results. So this is the same blueprint that I followed to get my first 60, 70 customers. It's the same one I recommend all the time. Basically, you start with your local network. You start with the people that already know, like, and trust you. They're in your phone contacts, your Instagram followers, etc. And then from there, once you have some social proof, you start reaching out to your local area, right? So here's the scripts that I used. I literally used both these scripts to acquire clients. You just steal them and start using it. And like I said, once you have the proof from your network of people that already know, like, and trust you, and you've gotten some people results for free, now you can go use these results to get people in your local area to trust you. Because the number one thing you're trying to overcome in the beginning is that these business owners do not trust you. You've got no social proof. You've got no proof. You've got no results. And so we need to go get the proof for free and then use that proof to start trying to profit, right? And so one reason I still recommend reaching out to people locally when you're getting started after you've gotten your first couple customers is because just the fact that you can go see somebody face to face and that you live in the same area is going to build a lot of trust, right? Running ads locally to going nationally was one of the hardest transitions I've made, because every single number that you're tracking goes down. Your show up rate, your close rate, these people don't trust you. They don't know you from anybody. And so it's a little bit harder to get these people's attention and get them to trust you and And for them to give over their card and say, yes, I want reviews and you can charge me X amount of money, that can be very challenging. So this is a 3-step process that I used to get my first clients. Once you have some people in your area that you've reached out to locally, you've gotten some results from them, now use those local case studies and turn them into ads to kind of turn that on turbocharge. And if you think you live in a small area, the area I live in only had 15,000 year-round residents when I was running the ads. And I was still able to add 40 or 50 customers in about 2.5 months. So if you live in an area that's bigger than that, you'll be fine. I've also got loads of other videos on my channel about how to get more customers. One thing you need to take away is that you just need to be having lots of conversations. You need to be talking to lots of business owners. And if you're not talking to a business owner, ask them who they know. Just have as many conversations as possible to try and grow your network and get more opportunities to sell. If you've made it this far in the video, you're probably interested in taking the next step. And so HighLevel is pretty much required to make this business model work, right? So it allows you to white label it and actually automate the whole process for these business owners. And so normally if you just go directly to HighLevel, you get a 14-day free trial, right? But if you sign up with my link down below in the description, you'll get an extended 30-day free trial. And then also you get access to this community. So in this community, there's over 650 people doing the same thing, helping each other out. You can see Balin just closed a 10K setup fee up front. You can see we've got 4 coaching calls a week. So 1 with a Facebook ads expert and 3 with me. In the classroom, we have training on literally everything. I mean, hundreds of hours worth of training. Day 1 through 7 course. So literally day 1, you don't know anything. To day 7, you have your first customer, you're up and running, and you're in business. Walk through every single part of the process here in this course. And yeah, so I would love to see it. If you not ready to take the next step, I did post a 9-hour video going over pretty much everything I know. So check it out.